everyone. We are back with another survival news segment for Wild West Dynasty. They have just released their home improvement update, as you can see right here, and they've also laid out a roadmap for their farming technology, basically. So we'll kind of dig into this and see what we have now in the game. Very exciting stuff here. So first and foremost, obviously, we got bug fixes and updates. Always for those bug fixes. We love those. One of the things they've added is flowers as an agricultural item. So basically, that means you can grow flowers and sell them and all that. So that's really exciting. They have also, with this home improvement update, introduced a new system for building walls, which is also good because their building system is a little rough right now. So, I haven't played with the update yet, so I'm not quite sure what it looks like. I have a lot of houses to build, so I'm very curious to see how the new system works. Hopefully it's better than, what it was before. And obviously they also now have painting here, craftable paints that you can use to color your house, which is cool. A little bit more customization, have a little bit more fun with that. So here's the roadmap for the farming that they have planned so far. They're going to be bringing in seasons, which is makes sense because I know like temperature is kind of like an important thing in the game. So obviously having seasons there will really let them kind of play with that mechanic. So that'll be an update eventually. They're going to enhance the crop cultivation. That's the word. In the future. So I kind of assume that means like maybe more seeds or just basically making the farming process a little bit more fun, perhaps a little bit more efficient, smooth. We'll have to see. But that's exciting too. Eventually, they're going to be bringing in livestock, which is also really exciting. It makes sense because livestock is ranching in general is a really big thing. Kind of like the whole Wild West sort of theme, right? So, and plus we have seen like cows around in some of the cities, so that's exciting that they're going to be bringing that for us too. And I'm curious to see just how expansive that gets because the spiritual sister, I guess, medieval dynasty, they have a good number of livestock, but I'm hoping that kind of Wild West Dynasty just kind of builds on that and expands, so we have lots of options. That's just me, but that's what I'm hoping for anyway. And then obviously in the future, we're going to get more bug fixes, optimization, and some more supported languages, so that's really cool. So we'll kind of go a little bit deeper here. They have added certain things like hoof sounds for your horse, which is good, a little bit more immersive that way. They have planted flower seeds, which are here season specific. Now I don't know if they've implemented seasons yet. So you might be able to plant them and not worry about them for now until the season update gets put down. Basically, it's released. So plant all the flowers that you want right now because that might change in the future. Basically, and you can buy these new seeds in taxation. Now I did notice that in order to cultivate agriculture and all that, you now need fertilizer and you need dung to make that fertilizer, which you can pick up near the cows in taxation. Because they don't have you don't have your own livestock yet, you're going to have to go to taxation to get that to make your fertilizer. So it's kind of annoying, because I'm way down in the southern portion of the map, so I'm gonna have to travel a lot just to get that dung. So kind of annoying, but whatever. It is what it is for now. They have flower pots now, so you can make, some pretty flower things around, collectible flowers, a box trap now, a different kind of trap to catch live rabbits, which you can then put in your inventory and kill in your inventory rather than just having, the stone trap kill. So I guess that kind of, lets you collect a few rabbits to go, and then when you're actually hungry, you can just quick kill it and cook it. So potentially you can maybe, have your, the condition of that meat last a little bit longer. So that's kind of cool. Again, here's the house modules that they've changed for a brand new look. I'm pretty curious to see what that actually looks like, so yay. And then you can craft those paints in the Tinkerer table. And basically how that works is I kind of go into it right here, actually. 7 colors it looks like for the facade, and then for the decorative elements 7 as well. And it looks like this is their overall goal to make building houses and perhaps other structures, we'll have to see, more creative, which is cool. We like that. So you can 7 colors right now, maybe they'll expand on that in the future, we'll have to see. But that is available, so go paint your houses, have fun with that. So let's see. The floor module here starts with a frame skeleton. So I'm assuming it just means you can look at it to hammer it in or something. I don't know. Again, fertilizer, and again, you need dung to do that. And they're starting to implement visual representations for the seeds. So that's great. They're kind of like already working on that a bit, and then obviously painting the house. Now they've also updated like several things. They've moved the sun apparently, so that's a thing now. The map's been adjusted. Some changes to the starter cave. They've streamlined quest indicators, which is interesting. I'm kind of curious to see what that like actually looks like. And basically, it's like a few things here. They've removed unused NPCs, which is good because there's like some random people just standing around, and I'm like, "Are you okay? Do you need something?" They fixed the Thunder Mug counting, so like if you pick those up before you actually like picked up the quest, it could like interfere with that quest. But they fixed that now, so you can, if you accidentally pick one up before you pick up the actual quest, you're good to go, which is awesome. They've added weight to the bucket. They've got some muzzle flashes now. This is kind of like important, I think, here. The bigger animals are harder to kill because, before this, you could just like one-shot like everything. So now bigger animals obviously have like more health, so it's going to take more than one shot. So keep that in mind when you're hunting or going up against some things. It's going to be a little bit more expensive to kill them. And now this is another thing too. Fields can now be placed and used without a barn. Before you needed the barn to basically unlock the field. Now it looks like you can start creating that before the barn. So that's kind of nice because now with the technology update, you have to like have a certain amount of tech to like unlock the barn. So you might want to get going on farming like immediately, but you can't because you didn't have enough stuff to unlock the barn. But now that's not needed, so that's really cool. We like that. They have decals for the field state, so you can tell when your field is fresh, when it's seeded, when it's watered, and when it's like growing into plants. So that's great. As I mentioned earlier, fields now need fertilizer, so you need to get that dung from taxation, at least until the livestock update, where you can get your own dung from your own animals. They've also implemented some functionality for the dryer and pantry, so they're not just like decorative furniture items anymore. The dryer will turn your plants into seeds, and I am curious about the ratio here because that's really important for me. Like it's like if you put like a plant in and you only get one seed out, like that's not really worth it. So I'm hoping for at the very least like a second plant or something like that. Like something to make it worth the while. And then as for the pantry, if you any kind of like food that you put in there, it will spoil a lot slower. So if you want to stock up on food, put it in the pantry. Let's see here. We got that. That's interesting there. And okay, right here, this is also very important because poor Charlie got, stuck, and that was terrible. But they've improved the horse movement, so hopefully, at the very least, you might not run into, like, holes or find yourself stuck anymore, so yay. And then you might notice if you have started farming already that the seasons kind of determined, how quickly those plants grew. Now they need 2 seasons to fully grow, so kind of plan that when you're doing your farming. And then obviously more resources can be bought taxation, so you can find seeds there, dung, and fertilizer. Again, just go to the cows, and that is where you will find the dung. Or it looks like maybe you could potentially just buy the fertilizer directly if you have the money. And then they got some stuff here for the building system. And then they have split the vendors in taxation into 3 categories: food, building resources, and decoration and paints. And then obviously there's like a number of fixes which you guys can read on your own. But basically that's kind of like it for the update. Again, it's like a big update, but like not like content wise exactly. But these are really good updates just to like kind of further support the systems that they do have. So all very exciting in my opinion anyway. But yeah, if you guys have played with any of this, let me know how it's working for you. And if you've noticed any major, problems, let me know too, because, those are scary things. But that is it for today's little survival news. So thanks for watching.